Hello guys, welcome to this new episode, today number 51. Today we are gonna take a look at the new submission from Loader for our AI tournament. So let's get started. Okay guys, so welcome again. As said during the preview, today we are gonna take a look at a new submission and for our AI tournament. So but before diving into that, let me just briefly recap what we did last week. So we had, as usual, 2 lives on Tuesday and Thursday, and on Tuesday we first evaluated our AI that is undergoing training for a new game, so a Tekken Tag tournament, and you know, it wasn't super good, let me say, especially if compared with, you know, the one that we saw the week before. It was almost on par with that, but let me say that from what I see on the training statistics, it is improving. It was improving, so you know, we just continue training that one, and in fact we do have a new one. And so but today we are not gonna take a look at it today. We are gonna take a look at it next live on Thursday. So on Thursday last week, we performed a cool, you know, curious experiment in which I was trying to help the AI during his execution, actually his submission, you know, its evaluation, by doing just a single thing. So we identified a special, you know, problem our AI was having, in particular because in a Tekken Tag tournament you have the possibility to switch sides between your characters, the characters that you are using, and it is very important to do it wisely, because if you reach 0 health with one of those characters, the round ends there. So it happened a lot of times that, you know, our AI had a good health on the background, and you know, it just wasn't able to understand that he needed to exchange sides at that point. So I was trying to help it out, basically providing this tag action at the right moment, but it ended up, you know, being a very poor experiment, meaning that the total performance was not as high as one would expect, except for one single episode of the 15 we run. Well, in one of them we were able to reach stage 6 with a total cumulative reward of 7 point something. That was pretty high, especially if, you know, take into account that the standard algorithm playing by itself alone was able to obtain an average of 0.3, something like that. And so, yeah, that was cool. You know, the very first experiments of cooperation between me and the machine, in some sense, we will maybe do something, you know, better engineered in this regard in the future. So far we have been training that. I've been keep training it, and we're gonna see if it has improved or not in 2 days, so next Thursday. But today, as I said, you know, there is our AI tournament ongoing. The final event is approaching, and you know, the first 5 participants will take part in it. And at the moment we do have someone at the top of the leaderboard that, you know, was able to perform a very good first submission performance. You see here, Kenshiro has a score of 9.53. That is pretty high, especially if compared with other contenders so far, but also with respect to the maximum possible total cumulative reward of this game, that is 32. If you perform all perfects for all 8 stages. Now, that was the very first submission, and actually, let me say, there was another cool thing about that submission. The fact that the very first episode of the 5 we usually run, in that one, Kenshiro agent was able to complete the game right away, you know, so pretty cool. Now today, I'm really curious because Kenshiro will, you know, the submission will is again from Kenshiro, so we are gonna take a look at his submission another time with more training, I guess. And in addition to that, let me say I'm really happy because Kenshiro, also known as Lorder on the Discord server, is here with us. So welcome, Lorder, to this live.
Hi Alex, thanks for the invitation. Happy to
Of
be
course.
here.
Of course, thank you for being here. I should call you with your first name, that is Lorenzo, and so nice to have you here, Lorenzo, with us. Your face is in the live now. That you know, I do have your photo here. I already used that so that everyone curious about who you are can, you know, find it out. Also on LinkedIn, I know you are there because we are connected, and so of course, Lorenzo is here with us, and you know, I'm happy that I will be able to comment his agent performance in live with him, of course.
Oh, yes.
So Lorenzo, I you know, the great thing about your submission last time was a super hot start, finishing the game right away at the very first execution. So I'm really curious. I believe you trained it a little bit more, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so I'm really curious to see what will be the outcome. Let's recall for everyone, we are executing these AIs trained with reinforcement learning, deep reinforcement learning, to play Dead or Alive++. Lorenzo trained it on a special character that is Yan Li, right?
Yes.
Yes, and so today we're gonna take a new look at this agent playing Yan Li. We are gonna have 5 episodes. You will see all of them rolling out in the screen here, and you know, let's jump into that right away. Everything is already there. I updated your network weights, and so, you know, we are able to run it. Let's see how it goes. Let me make sure everything is ready, but I believe it should be pretty smooth. Okay, so let's see, everything is booting up. As usual, we need a little bit of time to load the game, load the graphics, and then we're ready to run. Okay, so the reference performance for the very first submission you had, Lorenzo, is 9.50 something. So let's see if today you will be able to surpass your performance. You know, this is gonna be so cool. Yeah, and so I also know that you are planning to be on the live final event that is also sorry?
I hope so.
Yes, of course. If everything is aligned, I will be more than happy to have you there, so that in that occasion you will be able to explain us what were your choices and these kind of things that are always very interesting to know. So okay, first episode is about to start. Let me just make sure the volume is not too high. So loading the agent, and this is it. So first episode is running. Let's see. I see a good one of the first things I take a look at is the ability of the agent of waiting for the right moment to try an attack, and is something that marks very clearly the difference with respect to the random agent that basically spams everything at the very beginning of training. And so it's very important to
I tried to modify something like the reward customization.
Oh, nice.
To avoid spamming kicks and punches.
Oh, nice. This is very okay. Thank you for sharing this insight, because we had here, so okay, moving to stage 2, we had here one episode during these last weeks in which we described what is the approach that one should follow to customize the reward function. Basically, you can approach it in many different ways. One clean way is to build a wrapper around the environment and basically process the reward you are receiving from the environment, the standard one.
I used the wrapper for the initial stage of DIAMBRA, so I'm not seeing this one.
Okay. So yeah, basically one option is in fact to pick the reward returned by the step method and tweak it as one may think is appropriate.
Yes.
Of course, you can also intervene at the very low level inside the DIAMBRA gym class, Python class, and so of course that is another option, because let's remind everyone that the standard default reward is just plus the damage you cause to your opponent minus the damage you suffer from the opponent. So that's the basic one, and also is the one that is used during evaluation. And so it's that is standard, and of course it doesn't take into account, for example, the time that passes, punches or kicks that you just throw in the air because you are too far. So these things are not considered by the agent, by the reward in particular, in the very basic configuration. And so it is an option to customize it, because it could definitely improve performances. Now you are using discrete actions space with attack buttons combination, right?
Yes, with 16 moves.
Yes, exactly, because we do have 9 moves and 4 attacks plus the combination of them that accounts for a total of 16. Okay, so you just lost the first round. Actually, your agent just lost the first round of his run. Let's see how it goes now. One thing that I should mention is the important thing about using buttons combination is the fact that it allows you, and is the only option, to exit from catches. In particular, there are specific characters like Byman that usually, oh god, this is close. Let's see. Oh yeah, nicely done. 1-1. Let's see the final round. Well, there are characters like Byman. Well, they perform continuous catches, and if you are not able to use attack buttons combination, you cannot interrupt them, and so you just suffer continuous catches that may cause you a lot of damage. And so it's pretty important in this specific regard to be able to do that. Now your agent let's focus on that, on this run. Oh, nicely done. Moving to stage 5. Very well done. So one thing that I noticed in the last submission where you sent us is your agent was able to, you know, exit a lot of them using the attack buttons combination, and that was very, very a huge advantage.
Yes, it was really interesting.
Yeah, in fact, you know, I've been training the agents here in order to, you know, since I first started taking a look at how to, you know, I wasn't sure I would end up with a trained agent right away, so I was performing many different tests, and in order to make them more, you know, to obtain easier rewards and insights, I needed to perform very quick tests, and so of course using a small action space allows you to obtain a feedback quickly. And of course I wasn't using attack buttons combination because the the action space was just of 12 actions, and yeah, that was a very typical problem I was facing with Kazumi. Basically every time I was facing Baiman or also Nina. Yeah, nice. You just demonstrated this capability here. Yeah, basically I was suffering these continuous catches things, and so of course making the attack buttons combination available is helps a lot in this regard. So you just gave a demonstration of that here with Tina that is pretty complex to face in that specific aspect. Let's see, you landed the round, you are doing pretty good, you are at stage 6. The total cumulative reward is 13.89 now. Okay, again you were able to exit that catch. Again, you see, let's see if that's a good move. Okay, this is close, this is very close. Oh god, so close. But anyway, you know, sometimes let's recall that at this moment, at this stage, the stage number you reach is not a very precise measure of your reward. Let me recall just, you know, a counterintuitive thing is the lowest possible reward, total cumulative reward, is obtained if you are able to reach stage 8, that is the final stage. And this is because, you know, the total cumulative, oh god, this is close. Nice. Okay, that was so close. So close. Nicely done. You're moving to the semi-final this first run. Let's see, this is gonna be a long live. I think 5 episodes is gonna take a while to run.
Sorry.
But no problem at all, it's fun. It's, you know, I'm really curious to see how far we can go with, you know, how many times we can end up in the final stage at least. It's very,
the semi-final
very nice.
Was very tough in general.
I totally agree with you. You know, I noticed this one with Kazumi. For Kazumi, the semi-final is always against Ayane, and
yes, the same for Janli is with the Lei Fang.
With Lei Fang, okay. So I wasn't sure if, you know, the problem with Kazumi was the fact that Ayane is a strong character or not, but still I was experiencing during training when I first ran my very first test. I saw that basically every time I was able to end up in the last stage, I was basically every time able to complete the game, while I was too bad. Basically, I was able to complete the game every time. So meaning that the semi-final was way harder than the very final stage. And yes. So yes, of course, it's always trickier, this one. But again, the important thing here, what we are optimizing is not the stage you reach, it's the total cumulative reward, so the lowest possible damage you suffer in the entire run, as well as the, oh god, that's okay, too bad. But still, okay, we were not able to land the on the very final stage. Let me see, the total cumulative reward for this run is 12.88, and so as you can see, we were not able to complete the game, but still a very high reward that is way higher than the one that you already have here on the leaderboard. So let's see for the next 4 episodes. And yes, so the semi-final is usually trickier than the very final stage. I'm not sure why, but this is what it seems to be, as far as I was able to see with my experience. Nicely done, a perfect here by Yan Li against Bas. Now you will see the total cumulative reward will update to 2, because one single round adds up to 2 if you keep the full health bar with a perfect. So yeah, playing very well so far. Nicely done, Lorder. So far, very smooth agent. Now, yeah, let me say, okay, 2 perfects in a row, not bad. So if already at 4 with the total cumulative reward. Moving to the next stage. I should mention one thing, and please, Laura, feel free to interrupt me if you want to share something with us. One thing that I wanted to mention is, so far you see here we have been facing the COM opponents. So basically contenders were submitting their agent to face the game itself, so the COM opponent that is prescripted in the game, in order to, you know, obtain the maximum total cumulative reward. Now, definitely one thing that we'll be able, we will make able in the near future. And when I say near future, I mean that we are working night and day to build this stuff. You will hear about cool news soon. One thing that we will make available is definitely, you know, tournaments where agents will play one against the other. So, you know, your submission against the submission of another contender, and this is gonna be so fun, of course, because, you know, it adds up a lot of variability. Right now you are facing the computer, and so more or less you are pretty used to the moves you face, while in a situation where you are gonna face other contenders, well, that will change a lot. And so of course this is gonna be one of the next things we are gonna have, and together with many additional options, of course. So let's see now stage 3 against Kazumi. The reward is already very high in this run. I think, I'm almost sure it's way higher than the previous one. And nicely done here. A very good counter move with a 2-0 rounds. Moving to stage 4. I must say that, you know, one additional good thing. Okay, the next one is Tina again. One additional good thing of choosing Yan Li as the first, you know, your character, is that you don't have to face him during your run, because Yan Li is very strong, and especially if faced during, okay, that was a bad bit, if faced like at stage 5 or 6, it's pretty hard to beat. And so yeah, that's you know, a good things that comes together with the fact that you are using it and training an algorithm using it. So not bad at all. Let's see now. Okay, this score is 0-1 for Tina, and you know, this run, okay, nicely done, exiting that catch. A very good combo here. Okay, almost done. We're very well. 1-1. 9.75 the total cumulative reward. That is already higher than the one that you already have in the leaderboard. Now remember, this is meaningful, but of course one has to pay attention to every round, because losing by a perfect means, of course, a -2 in the total cumulative reward. Okay, now this ended stage 4. Let me take a look at the total cumulative reward. Is 9.09. That is not bad, let me say. It's slightly lower, but remember, we're gonna average all these 5 runs and obtain an average value at the end of them, and that is gonna be the new score. Let me say, that is gonna be the new score only if the score is higher than the previous one. So of course we are gonna keep the highest score one user obtained during the entire tournament. So of course this is important. Again, now a couple of times Yan Li was able to interrupt catches by Bas. Now this first stage was a little bit trickier than one would expect, being the very first stage, but still, you know, sometimes this happens. Oh, nice. I see, you see here how Yan Li was waiting for the other cutter to stand up before trying to hit him, and that you know, was a good choice, bringing you to win the round with a perfect. So 2.85 after the first stage. Now this is another big guy with a lot of catches, and that is able to link them one to the other. So here, using attack buttons combination, in particular all three buttons together, they you know, have to be pressed all together in order to complete that counter move for against the specific catch. Now nicely done, a perfect right away, very good. Let's see how it goes. Not bad already, so almost half, now 2/3 of the health bar of Bayman. Oh, nice, 2 perfect at stage 2. You know, here the health bar is pretty high. Very, very well done. So may I ask, Lorder or Kenshiro, what is the you know, are you using a GPU for training? I think so.
Yes, of course, but I used the very same notebook that you used for the training.
Okay. Okay, so you took,
Okay,
you know,
I think the same timing that you took when you trained your agent.
Okay. What type of GPU are you using?
The 1050, I believe.
Oh,
4
okay.
gigabytes.
So the very same one. Yes. I've been using. Okay, perfect. So yeah, of course, that is the setup I tested. You know, I want to make sure that this whole thing would be available to everyone, you know, so making everyone able to train their own models in their own workstations without the need of leveraging like computing resources on cloud or this kind of stuff. So yeah, that was key in my view. And you know, we are taking seriously also the fact that sometimes people may not have a lot of time in periods of the year, or maybe they cannot you know, commit for like 1 or 2 months continuously on a specific tournament. And so we are gonna make available this environment, this ecosystem, in a way that everyone will be also able to approach it at his own pace. And so that everyone will be able, for example, to commit for 1 month, doing some experiment, learning things on a specific game, and then maybe pause for a while, like for a week or 2, and then training again after that. So you know, this we see it as a very good thing, because it would allow people to, you know, keep things going at their own pace. And so of course this is also important, because you know, I know the feeling of having a PC basically busy all the time, like 24/7, since when I was running experiments on my side, yeah, that was the case. And so of course definitely is important to, you know, also make sure and take care of that specific constraints everyone has. And definitely
maybe it can be useful to train the agent on Google Colab or something.
Yes, yeah, I totally agree with you. And experiments with let me say cloud resources should definitely be carried out. Let me say that the environment already in the form that is provided right now on GitHub is already able to run on you know, remote. Yeah, on cloud, on remote instances. You have just to take care of the headless option. So in order to run it in headless mode, you do have your dedicated setup to do so. And there is definitely guidance also on the GitHub. But also, of course, we do have our let's see. Nice. Stage 6 against Ayane. Nicely done by Yan Li. There is definitely the possibility that, you know, you may need support, and we can provide it through Discord. In fact, our Discord server is there for this reason also. And as you can see, you know, Lorder is connected with me through it. So of course we use it to get in touch with our users, with our contenders. It's of course there is a lot of value in exchanging talks and ideas together here. Oh, let's see. Oh, nicely done, moving to the semi-final again with a very good total cumulative reward so far, 12.15. Let's see how it goes. And yeah, so I should also mention that we are working on great updates on the environment. Of course, there are gonna be definitely breaking changes. So sorry about that, guys, but you know, it's definitely something that is literally growing as we are speaking. And so of course, as everything that basically starts in this way needs to perform a slightly often a few changes that are pretty important, but at the same time, you know, we are gonna make sure you will have all the support you need to perform the transition, and also we're gonna make it even more robust, as well as general and clear in terms of how to handle. For example, in this case, okay, let's focus on this for a while. We're almost ready to land the final. Let's see. Oh no, too bad, but we have another round now. Let's see how the final round goes. This was close, too bad. Pretty close to the final stage. Okay, very well done interrupting that combo. Nicely counter move here. Okay, very well done. We are almost there, guys. Come on, final hit. Come on. Oh god. No. Yes, that was close. That was pretty close. Let's see. Final stage. So right now, let's see, 13.33. Let's see if we are able to complete the game. Okay, not a bad start, let me say. Full health bar so far, still full. Okay, first hit, and then okay, first round landed. Let's take a look at the score. 15.0, not bad at all, very high. So okay, very well, nicely done. You see what we mean with the semi-final is usually way harder than the final stage. You see here a perfect in the very last round. Let's take a look. It should be 17. Yes, 17.08. The total cumulative reward for this round. Not bad. Very high, definitely. Okay, so super, great job, Lorder, great one. Yes, let's see, that was the third run. Let's see, we have 2 more to go. Let's see how they go. So let me say, I'm happy the fact that we provided Jupyter notebooks showing how to, for example, leverage stable baselines. You know, I'm happy to know they were useful to guide how to interact with the environment, as well as to link it with state-of-the-art RL libraries. And one other thing I should mention is the new release we are gonna have. You know, it will make way easier to access additional information. So if you're familiar with what you are doing here, we do have the environment returns a state that is made of both the frame as well as what we call the additional observation. Those things are like health bar values, position values, previous actions, these kind of things. Now, for this tournament, you had all those info embedded in the 5th channel of the stack of frames, and extracting them wasn't piece of cake, let me say. I mean, they were based on a very hard-coded a series of values. You needed to access them using indices and all this stuff. Now, in what we are doing, we are gonna provide an observation space that will be way easier to navigate using a dictionary based observation space, of course using the standard of OpenAI Gym, and so that will make things way easier, and you will see when we will release it. So of course we are gonna make it way clearer for everyone joining the competitions on how to use them. So definitely something easy, way easier to interact with. Perfect. So stage 3 of our 4th episode, looking is smooth so far. May I ask, Lorenzo, how many training steps is this agent made from?
I think around 40 million steps, more or less.
Okay, 40 million steps. Very good. Yeah.
Because I trained it only during the night, so.
Okay.
I don't remember precisely.
Yes, of course. Okay, so only, of course, you're in the night, and then you just restart training the day, the next day, right? Okay, perfect. Okay, so it seems that also saving and restarting is working well. It seems that it's keeping knowledge of past runs. Okay, that definitely way important way of handling the fact that you train during night and these kind of things. So
of course, you need to be careful about learning rate. When you stop and restart training.
Yes, definitely. That is very important. Yeah, I'm happy you mentioned it, because it's very important. I definitely take care of it when I start. As you know, between weeks, for example, I just stopped this evening. I just stopped Tekken, and of course I'm gonna restart it on Thursday night. And it's important that when I will restart it, I will set a learning rate that is strictly related with the one that was used when I stopped training. And definitely this is important, the clip factor also, and so these things need to be carefully evaluated when saving and restarting things. Now, one thing that we should mention also, oh god, let's see if we are able to land this round. Nice, very well. Stage 5, 1-1, final round. One thing is that we are using the so-called MAME to DIAMBRA step ratio to 6 in this tournament. It means that we are sending an action every 6 frames. So basically, since these games runs at 60 frames per second, nicely done, a very good, perfect here. So since these games run at 60 frames per second, we are sending actions once every 10 actions per second. Now in Dead or Alive, it seems is not such an handicap, while we performed an experiment a couple of weeks ago, and we saw that there is a very important difference in this regard. There is a very important difference in this regard on Street Fighter. In fact, using the random agent on Street Fighter with this ratio down to 1, so sending 60 actions per second, was that option was able to allow the random agent to perform a huge number of super moves, and so let me say a special moves, not super moves. And so for some games this is definitely something very important, and we are gonna perform tests on this one, taking a look at how the agent on Street Fighter will behave having that value down to 1 instead of 6. This should be really interesting. Okay, landing to the on the semi-final again. still against Lei Fang. As we said, it seems that every character has its own specific semi-final opponent, and so for Yan Li this is Lei Fang. Oh god, no, too bad. For Kazumi it was Ayane. Now I'm not sure of the others, but these are the ones that we are seeing right now. Let's see how it goes. Oh, this move by Lei Fang is pretty powerful. That catch with that shoulder hit is pretty tough. And Lei Fang, oh god, okay, too bad. Let's see what was the reward for this one. Okay, 11.75, not bad at all. So yeah, not bad, let me say. Now the final one is on the way, and let's see at the end by how much you are gonna improve your leadership today. Very, very cool. So okay, final round starting now. Yan Li against Tina at the stage 1. Not bad. So for the first one was perfect. Second one looks similar, pretty similar. That's it. So 4 as a total cumulative reward already. 2-0 in terms of rounds. Let's see on the next one. Hayabusa level stage 2. Okay, good start. Oh, again, you know, so close to have again a perfect. So 3 perfects in a row. Not bad. I was hosted on, I was a guest on Kaggle Days this Saturday, an event there, so where I showed the agent I trained on Street Fighter, and in the evaluation round, this is the only evaluation run I showed there. I believe that Ryu was able to land like 5 or 6 or 7 perfect in a row, like starting the entire game. And so yeah, that yes, that was really unexpected, but very cool. Then at the end we didn't finish the game, but still the reward was pretty high. A very game run. Okay, so stage 3 against Genfu. Let's see, looking good so far. Counter moves as usual. Now Genfu, I think it's like a similar style of with Lei Fang. Definitely, I think they are related in some way. So a lot of counter moves every time. Very, very strange way of I believe it's like Kung Fu, something like that. Even though I'm not an expert.
In general, characters that performs hold moves are very difficult to beat.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, because they always find a way to deviate your attacks, and basically every time you miss an attack, you are suffering damage. It's almost every time like that, and so it's also very important to avoid missing attacks, not only because of counter moves, but also because maybe you are too far from the opponent and you are just kicking the air, so that would result or could result in a very high damage. And so definitely, yeah, they are hard to face. Definitely hard to face. Stage 4. Score about 11. Let's see. Nicely done. Almost 12 as a score. So this was stage 4. Okay. Counter move there. Yeah, Zack is a strange one. Usually he's pretty weak, but sometimes when you just encounter him in like stages like around 5 or 6, it may happen that it's you know, kind of very hard to beat. Just very you know, it's not very often, actually it's pretty rare, but it happens sometimes. Let's see if that round was like just a single you know, happening by coincidence, or if that's the case for also this one. But you know, this is looking better now. Okay, almost there. Nicely done. Well done here. 11.51. That was close. Ooh. Okay, now this is better. Waiting for the opponent. Very well. Okay, yes. Ooh, now this is close. Oh god. Oh god, we are there. Nice. Nice. This was really close. Nicely done. Okay, moving to stage 6. Let's see who's gonna be next. Byman. Okay. Okay, now this is usually very tough. Let's see. Okay, you see here counter holds. Yeah, very well. It's important to keep distance from Byman. Nicely done. The counter move there, because if you don't keep the distance, he is able to perform catches a lot of times. Very well done. First round won. 12.03. Okay. Oh, very nice way to start. That double elbow is pretty powerful, so looking good. Okay, good spot. Okay, Lei Fang, here we are. Now semi-final against her again. Okay, now counter move by Lei Fang at the very start. Now remember, if we are able to complete this one, it's pretty sure we're gonna hand the game. You see, okay, it's strong. Lei Fang is pretty strong. It's very strong, and especially when encounter here in the semi-final, it's hard to face. Okay, now we cannot miss any more rounds. Let's see. Okay, this is looking better. Okay. No. Okay, we cannot miss anything more. Okay. Oh, good one. 1-1. Final round. Let's see if we are able to land at the final stage. Oh, this is... Oh god. Oh, nice. Very good counter move there. No. Nice again. Okay. One hit. Oh, too bad. That was really close. But anyway, I believe, you know,
Not bad.
Yes, of course. Let's see what's the average. It's gonna be available in a few seconds. Now that it will stop, and we'll print out the average performance for these 5 runs. Yeah, that's it. Let's see. So 12.65. Well, very good, with a maximum one, you know, the third run that allowed us to complete the game was a 17.08. So
Nice.
very well done, Kenshiro, and I'm really happy you were able to be with us and comment in live your performances. Okay, 12.65 is a +3 in the leaderboard, let me say, more or less, and so it's very good. I'm gonna update this today, and yeah, so let me say that this performance is of course something that makes sure you are gonna be in the live final event. And let me just recall that submissions will be open until July the 5th, and the final event will be on July the 7th. We are gonna let it known, we are gonna promote this final event soon on all our channels. And so, Lorder, if you want, you have time up until July the 5th to share, with us a new model if you want. Otherwise, this is gonna be the one that will be performing live against the others. So we'll compete with the others against the computer. So yeah, thank you. It was fun. You were able to, complete the game another time, and yeah, that was good, very good, and super fun to watch. So again, thank you for your submission, Lorenzo. It was very nice to have you here, and of course, I'm looking forward to your participation in the final event, so that I'm almost sure people there are gonna have questions for you. Maybe some curious questions will rise from the audience, and I will be more than happy to put you in touch with them. So of course, thank you, Lorenzo, thank you very much.
Thank you again.
Let's
for
keep
the
in
invitation.
touch. Of course, anytime. See you on our Discord server, okay?
Okay.
Perfect.
Thanks again.
See you. Bye. Okay, guys. So that was our submission evaluation today. And as you saw, it was very interesting, a very good performance by the agent trained by one of our participants. And not bad, we were able to complete the game also this time, and it was fun. Okay, so guys, this is it for today. On Thursday, so in 2 days, 10 p.m. Central Europe time, we're gonna take a new look at the AI trained on Tech and Tag tournament. So we're gonna verify if it will be improved with respect to the previous version. That's it for today's. I want to thank you all for being part of this, for watching our episode. Now I will wait for you on Thursday. Thank you again. I wish you all a good night.